Hello and good day. My name is Nasruddin, and this is my friend Faisal, and this is my friend Reza. Okay.
We're from section 2, group 1.
In order to complete this subject, we have to explain about several questions regarding unethical issue in networking. I want to ask you, what is spam and its main purpose?
Spam. In electronic terms, spam is the use of electronic messaging system to send unsolicited bulk messages indiscriminately. It simply means that spamming means trying to advertise constantly to someone who didn't ask to be advertised to. The most common way it used to be done was through email. It became such a problem, and there is an international Can Spam Act of 2003 from Australia, and every online business has to follow.
Okay, I wanna ask you the second question. How about the sender gets the email address?
Spammers collect email address from chat rooms, website, customer list, news group, and also virus, which harvest the user's address book and their email, and then the details are sold to other customers, which are also spammers. They also use a practice known as email appending or e-pending, in which they use known information about their target, such as postal address, email address, phone number, to search for the target's email address. For example, when we fill the forms on the internet, which are unfamiliar to us, this is not phishing actually. Phishing is when unsuspecting victims give out their details on fake websites. After we give out our phone numbers or email address to their mailing list, not only they sell out the address, but also spam us with emails such as new Viagra product advertisement, phishing links, viruses. Thank you. Or even unclaimed $2 billion waiting for us to claim.
I want to ask you, is there any example of spam other than email spam?
Other than email spam, there are several other spam, which some are familiar and some we don't know about. First is the spam, the instant messaging. And then there's the Usenet news group, websites in spam, spam in blogs, wiki spam, online classified ad, mobile phone, internet, junk fax transmission, television advertising also, and file share network spam.
Talking about Can Spam Act of 2003, the law divides emails sent by business into 3 categories. Can you explain these 3 categories?
Okay, there's some for the Can Spam Act of 2003. The Spam Act says that the unsolicited commercial electronic message must not be sent. And a message should not only be sent to an address when it's known that the person responsible for the address has been consented to receive it. And the third is a single message may be spam. The message does not need to be sent in bulk or received in bulk. Okay, next I will explain it about the 3 categories. Okay. About 3 categories, there's transactional content. Message that related to existing business relationship or transaction. Okay, in this image, we see that the emails are sent from the mail banks, and it states that the transaction of a user from a business perspective. In the commercial content, the message that promote or advertise product or service. This advertisement from ATMs and TV7 promotes new products and service, and it is legal. The other content is a message that are neither commercial or transactional. Okay, this message, on the other hand, is illegal and is considered as spam because the content is a bit misleading and also full of crap.
Okay, we back to Mr. Faisal. Okay, can you discuss the act of spamming from the perspective of Cantonism?
First, I'll discuss about Cantonism. What is Cantonism? Canton ethics are deontological, revolving entirely around duty rather than emotions or end goals. People's action ought to be guided by moral laws, and these laws must be based on reason. For example, suppose I have a great new product that I wish to advertise. So I send unsolicited email message to a large group of people, knowing that only a tiny amount of people are interested in the product. So it is not ethical in the perspective of Cantonism, because in this example, we do know that we can advertise using other media and show it to the right audience, for example, television or newspaper, other than sending it via email.
Okay, now we back to Mr. Reza. As we know, pornography is immoral. How do you explain that from Cantonism viewpoint?
Okay, first of all, based on the formulation, there are two formulations. Okay, based on first formulation, it is stated that act only from the moral values, moral rules that you can at the same time will be to be universal moral laws, because it is inappropriate for younger person, and it is immoral when we try to make it universal. And the second formula for the is state that so that you always treat yourself and other people as end in themselves and never only as mean to the end. Okay, for example, we used to use the body of others to gain the profit of ourselves, and we record it and sell it to the internet or via other method. It is fine in the Western country, but in our country, if we apply Cantonism, the goal of the person is gained unethically.
Okay, now we will end our session. Okay, Mr. Faisal, thank you so much for coming, and Mr. Reza, thanks.
Thank you.